Hey, double hey, San Francisco Bay, Monterey. My name is Alexandrew.
And I'm Dr. Shasta.
And we're here with Your Healthy Living for another episode.
Yes, and I'm very excited about who we're having on today. Anne Roman.
Anne Roman,
an
yes.
amazing psychic medium.
Right. She's actually famous.
She's actually famous. She's
probably going to be the most famous person in this room.
She is.
I think she is.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has actually done her readings all over the country.
Right.
And people call from all over the world. And her son challenged her to create more of her in the world by putting a network together of very talented psychics.
You know, and I think that's the thing. Whether you believe in it or not, you have to admit that there are some people that are more connected and can read other people, whether it's an empathic ability or psychic ability or whatever. And, you know, of course, you go down to Santa Cruz or you go on the boardwalk or, you know, run into somebody up in Berkeley or something like that. And you just never know. You know, there's somebody on the street. You go in, you pay them $20 and, you know, they read your palm. Mm-hmm. How do you know? And I think having these people who at least have some authenticity into, you know, their practice.
And Anne herself has compiled this network. So she has vetted them herself and checked them for their gift to make sure that they are authentic herself. And that is a very unique site.
And I know that you've had your own experiences
too.
I mean, we're
I've known Anne for years, and she actually, without me asking, did a reading with my housemate, who was my best friend, who had just passed away. And everything she said came out to be true.
Yeah, that's going to be
it really amazed me. But in every culture, there are seers. There are people who have a gift. They can see things ahead of time.
You know, that's kind of news to me. I always thought they were seers.
Seers.
Are they seers, or is it seers like Sears and Roebuck?
Seers is how I see it.
Well, no, I'm just wondering because, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I haven't even looked it up. But when you said that, it first kicked into my head that there were seers out there, but then there's seers.
There's seers.
Well, you know, I hope we get to ask her that question.
Yeah, I hope so too.
When we do that.
But anyway, I mean, it's just like even the police. They'll have a psychic sometimes look at something, and Anne has even done that before, where they'll have a piece of clothing and they will be able to tap into that person, and they'll be able to find people who have disappeared. And that is someone with a true, authentic gift. And even in the ancient cultures in yoga, with meditation and even these practices of enlightenment, those people are able to tap into things from afar, and they're telepathic waves. Yeah,
and I think this is going to be really cool because now, at least through this network that she's creating with other people across the country, I don't know if it's across the world or not.
GruviMystics.com.
Groovy Mystics.
Groovy Mystics.
And I think it's going to be really neat to be able to see how that works in the essence of at least having some people that have credibility in this art or in this practice.
Yeah, and with the aim of helping increase more wellness and health in the world.
Yeah, there is some very mentally calming aspects to this especially Anne, since we've met her before. She's been on the show.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to get started.
Me
I know
too.
You are. You're watching Your Healthy Living. My name's Alexandrew.
And I'm Dr. Shasta.
And we're going to be right back after this commercial break with Anne Roman from
GruviMystics.com.
Stay tuned.
I do traditional Chinese medicine, and that includes 5 different branches: acupuncture, massage, yoga, tai chi, qigong, herbal medicine, and nutrition. It is amazing in helping the body heal itself, that it releases the body's natural endorphins, serotonin, and seems to rebalance the hormones of the body.
Lower back pain was taken care of very quickly. 6 treatments and I was pain-free. And this was like 3 years ago, and I've remained pain-free.
I've grown up in the Bay Area, and I have had my own practice for over 15 years. When I was 12, I decided I want to be an acupuncturist, and by the time I was 25, I was licensed.
I have thyroid condition and stress, big time. When I walk out, I'm feeling like a whole different person. It's definitely a blessing to be able to come here.
I love helping women have babies, and the day that they actually get pregnant, the look in their eye is like, it's the best thing ever.
I've been struggling trying to get pregnant for the past 3 or 4 years. I came to Shasta. I would totally recommend her to anyone out there that is trying to get pregnant. She will do great for you.
Way of wellness has to do with living a life that keeps us well.
Hi there, this is Alexandrew with It's All About the Show. You know, I've been with Money Concepts since 1994, and they have been the primary catalyst for my success as a financial advisor. If you're looking for a career change and you want to help people for a living, check out moneyconcepts.com/ALEE or call 946-8378 today. Hey, double hey, San Francisco Bay, Monterey. My name's Alexandrew.
And I'm Dr. Shasta.
And we're here again with your healthy living, I'm saying it right this time, living show today on the KIYS Radio Network. Stands for Kindness in Your Soul. Welcome. We have some really cool guests on this show with Dr. Shasta, who's a world-renowned acupuncturist. Is that right?
I wouldn't say I'm world-renowned, but...
All over the world of California.
Okay.
We did. Actually, we had a guest that was down in Southern California that
True.
knew you. So, and today we're actually going a little bit more into the ethereal side with a guest that we've had on the show before.
With a
It's been a
world-renowned psychic,
Yes.
Anne Roman.
Yes.
Here I am.
Yes.
Thank you. It's nice
And
to be here.
We're glad to have you back. And
Thank you.
sorry the first show didn't work, but, we are just getting going here.
It did work. What are you talking about?
I had a great time. I don't know about you.
I had a fabulous time with you, but we wanted to get you back because you do have a new project coming up.
Yes,
that
I
You're
do.
very excited about, and I'm excited about too.
Thank you.
Would you like to share what it is and who you are and
You
how
must be talking about my Groovy Mystics.
Yes.
I'm very
I love the name of that.
I
I
do
use the
too.
word groovy all the time.
So do I.
I just do.
Yeah, I love Groovy. And I think I'm kind of groovy. So I was like, I have to do something with Groovy.
You know, you do that in the grocery store, though, and somebody looks at you like you have, a unicorn on your head or something, It's like,
Please.
that's groovy, dude.
It is Groovy. And I spell it different.
Oh, do you?
I spell it Gruvi.
Oh.
Mystics.
So does that have something to do with your
Groovy.
website? www.groovy.
Yes,
G-R-O-V-I.
Gruvi.
Oh, G-R-U. Okay.
Groovy. We're in the groove.
Like Spicoli, you got to say groove.
It's groovy.
Okay, that works.
So
And I
like it.
refer to it. I call her she. It's she, and I call her Groovy.
She.
Yeah, I call it. For me, it's got an entity. It's got a feeling.
Oh,
I feel this
oh,
thing with her.
oh.
She's.
I'm sorry,
She's
I was-
groovy. It's Groovy Mystics.
I was not
Yes.
quite to my Zen self there.
Yeah, I'm a little ahead.
I'm back now.
I'm a little ahead. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I got a little ahead of
That
myself
works. That
there.
works. That no problem.
Yeah, so it's groovy, and I'm real excited about it. I came upon the idea from my son. I had just come back from a Northeast tour of my work. I was in the Boston area and New Hampshire and Maine, and my son, I came back and I said, I just loved the traveling and doing a group. And I said, you know what I'd like you to do for me is I'd like you to manage me and get me some
Oh, really?
gigs or something, get me on the radio or something. And he said, Mom, I think you need to create a platform for people like yourself to work from. He said, that's all fine and dandy, you want to do that, but I think what the world needs are more of you and a place to go find them. And I'm thinking, oh, that's a lot of work. I said, do you know how much work that is? I said, I don't know, Pete. Just think about what I'm saying.
Right.
So when I hung up the phone, I started. I'm a numbers person, so I started doing the numbers, and I kept thinking, oh my God, you know what? I think he's right, and I know people because I can pretty much hear a pin hit the carpet when somebody asks me what I do, and I
Right.
say I'm a psychic medium. I'm saying, did anybody else hear that? That was a pin. And I thought about it, and I thought, we're all so underrated, and I know so many wonderful healers
Right.
amazing healers that are so gifted and their work is so amazing. And I thought, you know what? I think he's right. So I put it together. And here I am 2.5 years later and all the other stuff that you have to do. And so far I have nearly 50 readers.
Really?
Wow, that's
And
amazing.
all over the country that are all interviewed by me. And
Readers might you
practitioners.
mean by
Readers.
people who are
Yes.
psychic and readers like you.
Yes,
Okay.
practitioners. I've got numerologists, astrologers, pendulum readers, angel card readers, tarot card readers, psychic mediums, shamans. What am I forgetting? I have them all.
Really? So basically you have a
Energy healers,
a network of
groovy mystics.
Groovy Mystics.
Yeah.
Wow. The Groovy Mystics Network. I like
Yes.
that.
The
So
groovy mystics.
how can people utilize this network?
Well, people, there are a lot of people that go to psychics or healers or numerologists or whatever to find out about their future or find out about situations that they're going through. So it's just like any other one of those sites that you see online. Only mine's better.
Okay.
I like that.
Because it's the only one, and I've looked and I've researched, but it's the only one that is created by a psychic who understands healing, who understands that modality of esoterical wellness. And I think that puts me a step ahead. Most sites are created by business people because they see an opportunity.
Right.
Psychic resources is a multi-billion-dollar industry,
Wow.
and most people don't know that. Hence the pin hitting the carpet when I say I'm a psychic medium. And I think that with all that I have to offer and the authentic help, because they act like the other sites act like they're authentic, but I'm not going to crash anybody or say anything terrible about anybody else, but I don't think they are. My personal opinion.
You're talking about other psychics that might
Other
be...
psychic
sites.
sites.
Oh, sites.
You have to fill out a questionnaire,
Oh, I see what
If
you're
you
talking
get,
about.
maybe 3 questions out of 10, 20 right, yeah, you're on it. Or some of them are so easy to get on. You just go out and you buy a deck of tarot cards and you're a reader.
Right.
And I really, truly believe that in my own work, in my practice, my life experience and my knowledge, my full inclusive beliefs of everybody else's beliefs help me with my work. Because what I say to somebody who's maybe perhaps a born-again Christian and what I say to somebody who is a yoga person, I'm gonna deliver the message a little bit different.
Well, yeah, you'd have to.
You have to have that
You
awareness.
have to talk in their language.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
So you found other psychics that understand that, how to communicate in the language of the person who will receive it.
Well, yes, and they are authentic.
Right. The
Yes.
authentic is what I would worry
They're
about.
authentic.
They
Right,
authentically have a gift.
Authentic.
And you know
yes.
Right.
And we all can hone up our skills. We all have intuition, but not all of us are 5-star at what we do.
Right.
Well, it's kind of like the cream of the crop, I think, is what you're talking about, what you've put together here on your website. And what do you have? What's the address of the website? Can
Well,
we
the
share that?
address is groovymystics.com.
Oh, it is. So that's the GRU.
GRUVI.
GRUVI. I like that.
Mystics.
GRUVI.
GRUVI. Groovy Mystics.
MYSTIC.
Yes.
GRUVI. MYSTIC.
Yes.
That's how I
Very
used to teach
groovy.
my kids how to spell their
Well,
name.
yeah, you have to, or you
make it
say it
rhyme,
to
right?
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. GRUVI MYSTICS.
Oh, you got it. Okay. I like that. Well, we're going to check that out, and I want to talk a little bit more about what the psychic medium is, so that when you run into the people that are listening to the show, that you can't hear a pin drop when you say that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's really important for people to realize is that there is some clout to this practice that you have. So we'll be right back after this commercial break. Your Healthy Living. I'm Alexandrew.
All righty.
I'm Dr. Shasta.
Have you considered a career change lately? Have you ever thought about helping people for a living? At Money Concepts International, we've been helping people do better with their finances since 1979. We've helped thousands of financial advisors throughout the world create and develop their own financial planning practices. Imagine being able to help your friends, your family, and complete strangers with doing better with their finances, sending their kids to college, being able to retire comfortably. If you've considered changing your career, talk to Charles Ham or myself at 408-946-8378. That's 408-946-8378. And attend one of our fabulous financial planning schools. Again, 408-946-8378. And have a career that helps people have better lives. Hey, double hey, San Francisco Bay, Monterey. My name's Alexandrew.
And I'm Dr. Shasta.
And we're here with Your Healthy Living, and we're talking to Ann Roman about psychic ability.
Psychic gifts.
Psychic gifts. And I know I've heard this a while ago, but I know you wanted to share a story.
Yeah,
that,
I mean, when Ann talks about
experience.
authenticity, people could wonder, well, what does that mean? And I believe everybody has a gift. And I do know that I've read about the Aborigines being able to communicate telepathically from 5 miles apart from each other, and that is an intuitive psychic gift, but that they were able to hone in and be able to do that. And I do believe that we as human beings have intuition and have a gift, but I think some of us have that more than others.
Well, like twins. They say twins can communicate around the world and they react together. And
Yeah. And I think that there are people among us who have a very, very special gift, and they are the seers for us. And I believe the Gruvi mystics are that, and I know Ann is. Ann personally blew me away when we were out for my birthday, and my best friend and housemate had just passed away. And she told me that she felt like Ralph was trying to communicate with me.
He was around. It was really strong.
And I was just like, what? You know, like I'd seen Long Island Medium where she speaks with people from the other side, but I never
And we're
really-
similar. Her and I,
believe-
my work, I've seen her
believe-
get emotional.
I believe that, yeah. And anyway, so Ann goes, well, Ralph is really communicating, and he's showing me, a can of Campbell's tomato soup. And it says Campbell's, and it's a tomato soup, and it's a can. And I said, well, that seems pretty unlikely that we still have it, because we gave everything to the Second Harvest Food Bank. We cleared everything out.
She said to me, well, you know, I got rid of all his food because I don't eat that. We gave it to the food bank.
Yeah,
And I said, well, I don't know why I get this stuff. I just have to deliver the message.
exactly.
That's-
So she told me that Ralph is really happy and really good, and he's even doing more for me from heaven than he was here.
How neat.
He was truly my guardian angel, and that he was working on bringing me a good man, a good husband, a future husband, and helping me with my
Wouldn't that be
relationship with
nice?
my son.
Yeah.
And she said something that only he would have said, and it was a way he would have said it that she said, and I knew in that moment. I
really?
don't remember what it was, but it was his. It was the phrase he would have said. And then when you said that, I kind of got this tingle in my body, like, holy crap, maybe this is real. You know, I couldn't
Right.
validate the Campbell soup can because I didn't think we had anything left in the house because he was my
Right.
housemate. So then I go home that night. I don't think about it. But the next morning I wake up, I go, you know, I'm going to go look above the refrigerator and see what's up there that maybe I didn't clear out. It was the only little spot. And there was a Campbell's tomato soup can. That's and it was the only
she
thing
sent
shining
it
out
to
at
me. She took a picture of it straight away. She sent it to
course
me,
you
and she
did.
said, "Oh my God, you are amazing."
Yeah.
I went, "Oh God, there's the Campbell's soup."
Yeah.
How
And
fun.
so she didn't even question herself when she saw it. She just said, he is showing this to me so that you will know this really is him communicating.
Right.
And then I just got this tingle up my body, almost like somebody was there, but I couldn't see him.
Right.
And I felt a sense of peace and serenity. And I really honestly never ever cried about Ralph having passed since. I actually feel like Ralph is still around me whenever I want him to be there. And it gave me a peace and joy and actually a spiritual feeling and also a lack of fear of dying myself.
Right.
Knowing that maybe we really don't totally disconnect just when we're not in our body.
Well, if you think
and
about
this is
it-
the type of wellness that a true, authentic psychic can do and give to people.
Well, you know, everything's energy. And I talked about this in my book when I wrote it so many years ago, that when you realize that everything is energy and energy doesn't disappear, it just changes form.
Exactly.
You know, just because a body shuts down, there's a whole bunch of energy inside that body, when I would call the soul.
Yeah.
And that energy, whatever it is, when somebody, you know, the machinery shuts down, something has to happen. Well, what is it? It goes somewhere. Does it
right.
evaporate? Does it, you know, decay, or whatever happens? People who are connected to that, I think, is why we feel okay and why we feel that
And
we're
there
still
are certain
connected.
seers among us. And those are these people with this high gift, this psychic gift. And it can give great peace and serenity. So, Anne, tell us about how you interviewed and found these people, how you knew that they were really, truly authentic, as you say, and what it is that you want this to be able to bring to the world, this Gruvi Mystics network.
Well, that is a loaded question. Let me see. What else? Let's see. Where do I start on that? What my intention is to bring wellness and well-being to those who reach out using different modalities and all the different, you know, the astrology, numerology, all the different modalities. I'm just going to call them that instead of saying the whole list.
Whatever
Tarot
modality the
cards or
person
whatever. And
uses.
everybody's, you know, different.
Right.
So I know for myself, a fact is that you don't have to do that on a couple of those sites that are online. And you can buy a deck of tarot cards, and you have to pay to be at the top, and it's ridiculous.
Right.
So I reached out to people that I know have what I have, that are very good at it, and asked them if they wanted to be on the site, and if they knew anybody else that was like them, who
Right.
had the same ability that they felt would be a fit for this, to contact me.
Right.
So I have interviewed everybody that's on the site,
Yes.
and everybody had to give me a reading.
Oh, my.
And I'm not
That's
easy to
great.
read.
Uh-huh.
I might be easy for you to read right now, like, you know, I'm picking up on this, whatever, but
Right.
I'm not an easy person to do a reading on.
Right. Which is
And-
completely different than just trying
Right,
to figure
just
out
being
who
there.
somebody is.
I'm not, I've had numerous people tell me, well, I don't know why I'm getting this on you, or I removed all that, or whatever. Okay, well, you didn't. Or they'll pick up on what's around me, a family around me. And so I know that if they're able to give me a reading, that's a 5+.
Yes. Right.
But
okay.
I wanted to hear how they spoke. I want to hear how they deliver the message. I want to hear the words that they use, because, you know, you go to those little tarot card readers on, you know, College Avenue in Berkeley, which they're very good. I'm not going to say they're not. But sometimes when they speak, they're not very articulate.
Right.
And they say, you know what I mean? I know, you look at that, it's like purple, you know, like the purple is, yeah. And you're following it, and you're filling the blanks as they're talking. Well,
Right.
nobody on my site does that.
So the people
All
are very
the
clear.
Right. And all the people on my site have a thriving business.
Wow.
And Gruvi Mystics is here to enhance their business, not to be the total business.
Right.
My arrangement with them is minuscule compared to every other site, and I know that for a fact.
Right. So
They
you're
pay
very-
me.
you're very
They
generous.
they can charge whatever they want,
Mhm.
but they pay me a small amount, and I know because I know who's on my site, and I know people that are on other sites. That's not the case.
Right.
So I'm not greedy.
Right.
At least I don't think I am. Maybe I am. I keep thinking, okay, if
But
I
it's nice to be able to have all these channels and all these people that come to you too. So I mean, there's a networking aspect to this whole
It
thing.
takes
and-
something to make this happen.
right.
Yes,
And I've got a
yes.
background in sales.
Right.
So I also have a business head.
Right.
I'm a licensed California realtor, and I have been since 1996. I am not active.
Yeah.
I know how to forecast. I understand numbers. I understand viability and what it takes to run something. And I don't believe that you throw it out there and the universe will okay, the universe will take care of it in a certain way, but you got to have some brains about what you
Well,
do.
right. You have to
And
take the action.
You have to take the action, and you have to do what you need
So
to do.
Acknowledge your role in being
Yes.
able to
What
make
might-
it
Yes,
happen. Yeah.
if
because the universe has brought me great people.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what would a typical consultation be like? How long would it be?
Well, that's up to you.
How does it work?
Because you
very
go
good.
on and you see that, Anne, she is $2.99 a minute.
Okay.
And you say, okay, I'm just going to talk to her for 10,
So you would
15,
talk over
20
the
minutes
phone.
or an hour. Yes.
Talk over
And
the
it
phone.
goes on through, we're building an app right now.
Yeah.
From my mouth to God's ears. It will be finished real soon.
Good.
Yeah.
But it's we're doing the app. We will have an Apple and an Android, and I will launch this with just an Apple app, and then the Android will show up 4 weeks later.
Wonderful.
And you go on and you pick the person who you resonate with.
Yep.
And
I like that.
Yeah,
I love it.
And she might be $5.99. They can do whatever they want.
It's Gruvi Mystics, spelled
Gruvi.
Mystics.
.com.
Thank you, Ann Roman with Groovy Mystics. We got to
Thank
go.
you.
You guys have a great week. KIYS Radio and your healthy living.
And Dr. Shasta.
Thank you very much.